Ridge Public Relations, everyone. My name is Kelsey King. I'm an account executive.
I'm Bianca Zarias, the design director.
I'm Ellen Leonard, the writing director.
I'm Christina Revere, the strategy director.
And I'm Catherine Burns, event director.
As I said, we're Reach PR, and our goal as an agency is to create and conquer reachable goals for our clients. Our client we worked with this semester was the Big Buddy program. And what Big Buddy does, they've served the Baton Rouge area for more than 35 years, and they concentrate on mentoring the youth by providing them with positive role models to give them a healthy and rewarding life. And we've helped them out this semester by targeting their legacies. So their legacy is anyone who has been previously involved in the program, whether that's a mentor, a mentee, a past employee, anyone who's kind of familiar with Big Buddy and the resources they already provide.
Okay, so for our research, we conducted a survey on Qualtrics, and we used this method to have easy distribution and to be able to analyze our results as easy as possible. We asked the participants questions about their attitudes, knowledge, and behavior about nonprofits in the area, particularly the Big Buddy program. And most of the participants were aware of the program, especially the need for after-school programs to help children. The most recognized event was Dancing for Big Buddy, followed by Burger Bash and then Lemonade Day. We thought it was interesting that they were more likely by a lot to follow the program on Facebook as opposed to Instagram and Twitter. And then another interesting fact was that they were more likely to volunteer in an event as opposed to mentoring or donating to the program. And then some little demographics. There were mostly women and Caucasians who participated in the survey. The average age was 38. Most of them were Roman Catholic, married with children, employed for wages, and had received a bachelor's degree, or at least a bachelor's degree, I mean. And then we also did a little bit of secondary research before starting our primary research survey. And we did that by conducting an interview with our client, and the executive director answered all of our questions. And then we looked at the campaign book from last semester, and we also looked into some local nonprofits in the area as well. And then our key publics, our first one was legacy females between the ages of 30 and 60 located in the Baton Rouge area. Legacies more than anyone know the need for this program, and women especially feel like nurturing and motherly instincts and the need to help children. So that's why we kind of targeted them. The issue is that they are not very involved in the program, mostly because they're unaware of their need to help the program. And then there's no steady communication with this target audience, but we feel that Facebook, from the survey, we figured out that Facebook would be the best way to communicate with them. And then the benefit statement is your legacy is their future. Give back to the community that gave so much to you. And then our second key public is businesses in the Baton Rouge area that have philanthropic involvement within the community. And then their issue as well is that they are unaware of Big Buddy's financial needs to help them reach their annual donation budget. There's also no steady communication with this public, but we feel like something like a fundraising letter would help reach them and reach them all at once. And then their benefit statement is help today's youth be successful because they will be the future.
So for our goal for the Legacy campaign was to foster an ongoing relationship between the legacies in the Baton Rouge area and the Big Buddy program, in hopes to increase the amount of volunteers and donations given to Big Buddy. And we spoke with the executive director in January, and she had mentioned that this was a great source to attain volunteers and funds for the program, but they just hadn't tapped in to this audience yet. We established 3 objectives to reach this goal. The first objective is an acceptance objective, and it's for objectives in the for legacies in the Baton Rouge area to have an effect on acceptance, specifically to maximize interest about the legacy program and its positive impact on the organization by 30 members till December 31st, 2015. And this is really just to make the legacies in the Baton Rouge area realize that they are still needed and they need to come back and give back. Our second objective was an action objective, and this was to have an effect on action specifically to increase fundraising. And we said by $5,000 from February 5th to December 31st, 2015. And our second action objective was to increase the volunteering of the program by 30 members from February 5th to December 31st, 2015. And to reach these objectives, we said that we were going to communicate with the legacies with like handouts and visuals to inform them of the success of the people that had participated in the Big Buddy program, to like that's to stimulate them to know, I need to come back and give back to the Big Buddy program. We also created social media posts for them to, share their own stories of how Big Buddy affected them. And then we also created, we also said we were going to write speeches to encourage them to volunteer for the program. And then for strategy, for one of our action strategies, we said that to increase funds by $5,000, we kicked that off by throwing our bingo for Big Buddy. And that was just to get the legacies and community members back in the mix to raise funds for the Big Buddy program.
Alright, so some of the tactics that we use to accomplish these objectives and strategies. So first of all, we have a few traditional tactics, and those include a brochure which we created for them to distribute when they go out into the community to promote the program, as well as a presentation for Rosia to use when she goes to advocate and talk about the program. A fundraising letter to send specifically to the legacies to let them know what's going on with the program, as well as ask for donations, and that will be sent quarterly. And media advisory for any upcoming events to send to the local media to let them know what's going on with the program. A television spot and a radio spot, kind of the same thing, to inform the community and let them know what's going on with Big Buddy. A speech for legacies to use when they're talking about the program. We found that a lot of times they are apprehensive and don't want to advocate for the program because they don't know what to say. So this speech will help them when they're speaking about the program. Promotional, we had our fundraising event to start off and kick off our campaign. Digital, as she mentioned, the social media plan. We found that they're likely to use social media to follow the program. They just need the posts and the plan and suggestions to do so. As well as a video. Bianca made a testimonial video for our legacy, and that will be used on social media and in Ms. Gay's presentation too. And lastly, an email template to send out to the legacies information about the program. Okay, so our event research showed that the Big Buddy program puts on several fundraising events every spring. And also that the group last year did bowling with Big Buddy, so then we decided to do bingo with Big Buddy to reach out to the legacies, because we figured that this would appeal to both young and old and get them back to the program. Our overall theme was, once again, just for the legacies to come back to the program. Key public messages. First of all, when we were trying to promote our event, we wanted to have two messages. First, to reach out to the legacies, again, to demonstrate the importance of coming back to the program and being involved in these events that they have, as well as to reach out to potential donors and sponsors and let them know how much their donations will impact the program and how it directly affects the children and participants involved. I'll just go to the creative brief. Our creative brief highlighted, once again, the legacy program and how we want to create this message of nostalgia and brand recognition that way. And to give these messages, to promote our program, we use Facebook and Twitter, which are controlled channels, as well as word of mouth, which is non-media. We were covered by NBC 33, so news broadcast, which is an uncontrolled channel, and we sent out an email blast to the legacies, which is a marketing channel.
So like Christina said, our event was Bingo with Big Buddy. It was April 26th out there in the forum. We had little buddies and big buddies, as well as mentors who came on their own just because they wanted to support the organization. So that was cool. We had a legacy speaker, Travis Dabney. He was in the program and now he works at L'Auberge. So he talked about how the program had impacted his life. And we got covered by Channel 33. They came and interviewed Ms. Gay, Travis, different people at the event, and then showed a segment that night. We had food donated from different restaurants in the Baton Rouge area, and over 20 gift cards and 8 raffle prizes, so it did not cost us anything to put on the event. We raised $900, and then the value of all our donations was over $1,500. And so at the end of the event, we passed out common cards, and that showed that 93% of people were likely to tell a friend about Big Buddy, and 87% were likely to attend another event. And so some other ways we can evaluate, people who attended only had positive things to say, and like I said, what we raised. In the campaign, we can measure by looking at social media engagement, if that has gone up, meaning how much is raised through the fundraising letters that they've sent out, and if there was an increase in legacy involvement or an increase in the amount of volunteers and mentors for the program. So some future recommendations would be to communicate with the legacies at least quarterly, and to host an event to honor the legacies for free, because sometimes they don't feel like as appreciated, so the event would help them want to come back more to the program. And then keep a contact list of legacies updated, so anyone who comes to the event is a legacy, they can add them so they have that list always to refer to. And in conclusion, if they maintain a mutually beneficial relationship with the active members and legacies, then they will have no problem achieving our objectives.
That's it.